everybody, it's Keren here from tuppencecoloured.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I've been making a bridge card. Now this kind of card stands up and makes a nice three-dimensional card, and it folds flat to go into an envelope. And I've been seeing these around on Pinterest and in other people's channels for a while, and I've been thinking, wow, that's really clever, but I can't get my head around how that works. And it turns out it's really easy. Stay with me, I will show you how. This is my garden green card. It's 9 inches by 6 inches, and I'm going to score at 1 inch and 2 inches, turn it round and score at 1 inch and 2 inch. If you don't want to score it round, you would score at 1 inch, 2 inch, 7 inches and 8 inches. Next I'm going to burnish those folds. So the one on the furthest left is going to be a mountain fold, so I'm folding it away to me. The next one is a valley fold. The next one is another valley fold, and the last one is a mountain fold. I just gave you the wrong measurements for this particular card. It's actually 8 inches by 6 inches, and I've scored it at 1 inch, 2 inches, and turned it round 1 inch, 2 inch. So it's 1 inch, 2 inch, 6 inches, and 7 inches. All right. So now I have a couple of pieces of Granny Apple Green card, and this is the one that's going to go across the front, and it's 6 inches by 2 1/4. And this one is going to go on the inside, and it is 5 inches by 2 3/4. But that measurement matters. This one doesn't matter so much. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my big scissors, and I am just going to cut right across the front of this card and make a nice rolling hills. I don't think I'm going to have it that way around. Somehow I want the higher end to be towards the left. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. And then this one, I'm just going to create just a nice, fairly even curve with that one, so that when I line the two pieces up together, the bit at the back is higher than the bit at the front. Okay, so far so good. Right, now I'm going to start by gluing in my background, and this is a piece of the gingham gala paper, and it is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. If I wanted to be a little bit economical, I don't need to go all the way down to the bottom, and I think I'm going to have big checks or small checks. Decisions. I think I'll go for big checks, and then on the side panels we'll have some skinny checks. Now I could probably quite easily have cut this to 3 3/4 of an inch square, and that would have been absolutely fine. Hey ho. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some adhesive just on the outer end, the left hand end of my Granny Apple Green piece that's going to go across the front. I'm not going to stick that end down yet, but I do want to make sure that it is straight. Okay. I'm going to leave sticking it down until I've done decorating it, because that is the way I am. And then this piece I've scored 1/2 inch from each end, and I'm just going to pop that down. And again, ultimately it's going to join up like that, but I'm not going to do that straight away because it's going to be much easier to decorate if I can lay the card flat. Cut out plenty of the foliage in the Granny Apple Green, the Tranquil Tide and the Mossy Meadow, and I have sponged the edges very lightly with some Granny Apple Green. I thought I had the camera on. I was wrong, so I do apologise for that. You're just going to have to take my word for it. I also cut out some of these pieces and also sponged them in Granny Apple Green, and I cut out some of the little flowers in this is Melon Mambo that I'm using here, and I also used Mango Melody and Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to pop these onto the stems. I'm offsetting flowers from the ones that are already on the stems. I'm going to kind of use those as kind of, I think, is it sepals they're called, or sepals? They're the, you know, the green bit that the flower kind of sits on. Right, so I've got this one, and I'm just going to leave that one, I think, with just the green bits on, because I've got 3 leftover flowers which I will scatter around randomly. I have all my die cut and sponged pieces, and I'm going to start arranging them onto the back of the card. So I'm going to do my usual trick of putting some adhesive on the back of my hand. And I think I'm going to start with the, I think these were Tranquil Tide, I think, and I'm just going to arrange them so that they're covered. Oh, I should have said, I cut a 1.5 inch, sorry, 3/4 of an inch strip of the balmy blue gingham gala paper. Okay, I have another piece the same width ready to go on the other side, but I'm not going to put that down until I've stuck my panels in. And I'm being careful here to avoid that piece because that's going to be stuck down. Okay, so how's that looking? I quite like that. That's rather nice. Shall we have one more in the middle? Why not? Why on earth not? Okay. So those are going to stick that way. And shall I have some at the very, very back? What do you think? What do you think? Is that a bit too leafy? Should I leave it alone? So how's that looking? I want this to be stuck down a little bit better. Yeah, that's more like it. As you can see, I've got a broken leaf there, but that doesn't matter because we can put a little birdie right there. And that will cover it up. So I'm going to carry on with this, just adding sprigs of leaves, and I'm just going to get on with it and carry on with it until I'm happy with it. And when I am, we'll come back and we'll talk again. Okay, that's as far as I want to go with that. So now I'm going to finish gluing my pieces in place. I'm going to start with the inside piece. And now the outer piece. And my 3/4 of an inch strip of gingham gala paper. I'm just checking that that works the way I want it to. And we've got a butterfly over there. Let's have a bird over this side. I'm going to turn it round so that it's facing into the card. The first bird was facing out of it, so let's pop that birdie, that little birdie there. And that is coming along quite nicely. And here is my card with all the foliage in place and the butterflies and the little birdies. This bit here looking very, very bare, but not to worry, we have a plan. I've got my well said cling stamps, and I wanted this one. I wanted the word hello. This is only half of the set. This is actually box 2 of 2, so you get a huge number of stamps in there. I've mounted up the word hello onto my clear block. I've got my Memento Tuxedo Black, and I've been over to my Big Shot and I've die cut the word friend twice, once in Granny Apple Green, once in Whisper White, and I've stuck them together, but I've kind of offset them so that you can see a bit of the Granny Apple Green behind the Whisper White. And I've done the same thing with 2 of the little hearts. That's looking a little bit mucky, but never mind. Okay. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of stamping onto my oval. Memento Tuxedo Black. Inking up my word hello. And I like to take the pad to the stamp. And I'm going to stamp this offset. Oh, I've got a message. I shall check that out later. And I like to hold the stamp in place for a few seconds for the ink to transfer properly, particularly on this because this is rather a soapy surface. And do you know what? That's not brilliant, but I'm going to live with it, because by the time we've put in the word friend, okay, a few drops of liquid adhesive. Probably need to clean out the nozzle actually. Here we go. Let's go back to the tried and trusted, sticking it on the back of the hand. Now if you don't like to do this, okay, you could always wear a glove. You could wear something like a latex glove or a plastic glove, and or you could put down a piece of plastic, or you could do what a lot of people recommend, which is to use a, you know what, I'm not going to use that. I don't like it. It's too big. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to get a pencil or something and dot in that letter I. I should do that off camera. Okay, right. So some more of my die cut pieces, some more adhesive, and I'm going to pop some of these in place. I'm making sure not to go off the bottom of the card here, so it's going to go around there. Okay, it's curling around itself. I don't want that to happen. You know, these pieces are rather delicate, so we're going to be careful with them. Okay, so how's that looking? Okay, I think we'll put that in, put this in place next. Anywhere that it hasn't quite caught, I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive onto my finger, putting it on the back, and just pressing it down. Just have fun with it. You know, it's, at the end of the day, it's a piece of card. It's not life and death. So I know there are people who get quite almost stressed about card making, about, oh, it's not good enough, or didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Do you know what? I don't think anything ever comes out the way it is in my head. And I'm struggling now to find a place to put this one. Can I tuck that behind there? Yes, I can. Excellent. And I have one more piece here. I'm keeping the adhesive off this piece because this is going to climb up the edge here, just like that. Perhaps a little bit of adhesive on the edge of the flower. How's that? And I'm going to call that done. So there it is. There is my finished bridge card, which turns out to be a variation on the well-known pop-up box card. Who would have thunk it, eh? So that's it for today. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and if so, then please don't forget to click that like button, and why not subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell for notifications if you want to hear more from me. But that is it for today. Once again, thank you very, very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye bye.